Hi guys, and welcome back to Pass the Move. For today's episode, we do have the game against Real San Sebastian, and it's a pretty big one, really. So we're in 11th spot, but other teams have played their games in hand, of course, and we do just need 3 points to jump back into 7th place, which is ironically Real San Sebastian's position at the moment. It also obviously helps us get much closer to Corona and Malaga for the Europa League automatic qualification spots, and of course put some decent pressure on Atletico Bilbao, who are in the Champions League spots as well. So it's Barcelona and both Madrid teams as expected, but instead of Sevilla, challenging for the Champions League spots, they seem to be having a bit of a mixed season. As you can tell, the board are unhappy with how I'm performing in competitions and in matches. We've had a bit of a rough patch recently, and we're hoping to get over it. So we did show you the game against Corona, I think, was it? Has to be Corona. Anyways, we lost that one. We beat Villarreal, which is great because they are our rivals. 1-0 with Parejo scoring just before half time. Granada was a 2-0 loss, which is again disappointing, with Danny Ings managing to score and Tobias scoring an own goal as well within 2 minutes time. So that kind of killed the game for us. Against Vallecino, was a 1-0 win, but we already had the result from away from home, so it kind of just made things easier for us. And we reached the fifth round in the Spanish Cup, and it's going to be against Vigo, who of course proven before to be tough opposition. We haven't beaten them yet, so hopefully we do, because we need to get into the quarterfinals, which are minimum expectations, and the likelihood is a poor result here against them may actually cost me losing my job. Last year I didn't lose my job because we got into the final and I had the opportunity to win the cup to get into the Europa League, and then I managed to somehow win over the board. But the likelihood is this year they're not going to be as patient as last year. But yeah, I think it's 31st of December, the free transfer window kind of thing did already open up, so I just want to show you guys the kind of targets we have in mind. So if we go to scouting, shortlists, obviously I can't afford to actually spend any money on anyone, so we're going to be looking to bring in a bunch of free transfers, and these are the players we're having a look at. So as you can see, there's a number of them and a number of different positions, but the main ones that stand out is probably Inigo, the right back, who's a good signing for most divisions. He's better than Danilo, and he will definitely take us to the next level with in terms of the fullback position. Gerard Deulofeu as well, good signing as well for our league, and I think he will fit in quite well into the team. We want to try and sign as good and leading ability players before we can really make the step up, really, because right now I think we have a number of players who are just decent, and obviously a lot of that has to do with the money that we have available. So we do have $1 million at the moment. Of course, that's going to continue to go down, which I'm aware of, as our projections do not look too good, to be honest. I think it fluctuates a lot, but at the moment it makes it look like it's good, but to be honest, the way it's going, the way we're losing money all the time. Last season we lost 75 million, and it's unlikely to get any better, really. But yeah, I mean, it's doable. We can manage the finances, and that's what I'm trying to do. So that's why I'm trying to sign players on free, and I think we can already offer some of these players contracts, so we're looking to do that. And I think I just want to have a look, because I know in the Premier League you're only allowed to sign players in February for free, but I think here it's a bit different. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference if if it's a free transfer or not. So in England there's a difference when you want to sign players for free. Yeah, I think there is no difference here, so that's great for us. That means we can sign just about anyone, which is why we could sign Inigo, who's in the league with us right now, and why we can sign Deulofeu, who's in a different league entirely. I'm pretty sure no English clubs can actually sign him just yet, so it'll be good for us. He is an inside forward on the left, and I think he'll be a very decent signing. 1 international cap for his country. Decision making probably needs some work, but all his other attributes suit us very well. So yeah, it's just a matter of managing to win them over, possibly to see if any of them have any interest as well. Oh yeah, we're also in a transfer embargo because someone's taken over us, which is perfect, because now that means I can't actually do anything. The Valencia board member at the moment, Peter Lim, he's in talks apparently, but he's also asked for a decision to be made. Hopefully it does fall through, because the new board are looking to bring in Marco Bielsa, I think his name was. Let me try and find him. Either way, they're definitely going to go with him. I'm not necessarily a reputable manager just yet. Apparently his name's not coming up either. Marcelo, is it? Well, either way, I definitely don't have much a reputation as him, and he's probably got some decent history about him as well. Let's have a look at achievements. He's managed a bunch of different clubs. He's been the Chile manager, Argentina manager. You know, he's got a decent reputation in comparison to me, who's just started with Valencia. And, you know, my reputation's okay, but not that great. I haven't performed necessarily well enough for them to want to keep me on board, but we'll see. And yeah, that's it. So let's play today's game. I'm hoping that this isn't the last of the episode. Diego Alves is the only different player to start, I think. Kind of straightforward decisions with everyone else. There also is a huge injury. Orlana's out for the season with damaged cruciate ligaments last season. Danilo was the one who missed out on, who had this very similar injury. He's back for us now, but Orlana's the one who got injured this time, so we brought back Villalba from his loan, and he's not ready for the division either. So apparently he's ready now. Actually, this is not a good coach to say that, but I reckon he is a good. Apparently he's ready for our division, which is perfect. And maybe Mir's improved as well. Let's have a look at Mir quickly. No, not yet. Well, anyways. So yeah, he'll be playing the central midfielder on attack duty for us with, where's he gone? Carmona. Anyways, let's kick off today's game. We're away from home. Things are going to be a bit tougher, and Real San Sebastian are a tough team. And it's really going to be down to who wants it more, who wants the Europa League spots more. Real San Sebastian will also be looking to get into Champions League spots, so they're not going to easily just roll over. I'm hoping my players put in one hell of a performance today. Not favourites, playing in a similar formation, and I think let's do this. Morale has been poor up until I had a team meeting, which is why the morale's improved now, but I just want them to, know they're underdogs and that we don't expect too much from them. Sometimes it helps the team spur on, and sometimes it doesn't work, but the point is, they're underdogs, and we have to acknowledge that. We can't just tell them I expect to win when they're underdogs. Either way, San Sebastian kick off, and we would do well to get a result against a team performing well and playing in a very similar formation. Diego Alves immediately having to make a save after one hell of a shot, but let's hope that's the end of that. Apparently not. Juan Fran on the ball for his team. Ruben Garcia. Can we win the back and counter? And yes, we can. Santos, what's he going to do? Gaia cuts in way too often for a wing back. He should be trying to stay out wide, but he always cuts in. Either way, Mir's the one who's cutting in now, and hopefully he doesn't lose the ball. Plays it safely back to Gaia. Gaia brings it forward as you'd expect from a wing back, but again, cutting inside. I have to have a look at his player preferred move. Rodrigo through. And that is one hell of a shot, but unfortunately just hits the post, and that's the end of that for Rodrigo. Let's have a quick look at Gaia. Runs with ball down left, gets forward whenever possible. Okay, I think neither of those are true. He does get forwards a fair amount, but doesn't really run down the left. But anyways, kind of dominating the stats a bit here, but yeah, we need to make it count here. And Douglas has the ball here. Parejo. Villalba. I think he's getting a bit of a debut here today. He doesn't put the best ball through to Douglas. And instead San Sebastian on the counter, but there's just one of them, so he should be able to deal with the threat well. Instead we just let him run all the way and take a long range shot. Good thing that didn't come to anything because he was just about to start looking dangerous. Set piece for Real San Sebastian. Alright, for a second I thought Diego Alves was going to let that go through his hands, but instead he's going to kick it up the field and hopefully it lands to one of our players. I'm starting to think I should tell my goalkeepers to play it short the way they just give away possession. I think last season with Zaza we did have someone capable of winning headers, but I don't think necessarily that is Santi Mina's strong suit. So we might need to reconsider that so we don't lose possessions. And as you can tell, Real San Sebastian scored from that, from us giving the ball away. So obviously poor defending as well, but the point is we could have kept possession with the goalkeeper, but instead we gave it away quite sillily. Yeah, one hell of a, that's a really good cross, to be honest. Diego Alves could probably do a little bit better there. There's no deflection, it's kind of right at him. Maybe the surprise factor takes him out of it, but should be dealing with that, I think, a little bit better. He's only starting because I accidentally started Mark, was it Mark Ryan? Well, anyways, the other goalkeeper, Ryan, started him in the, oh, Santi Munoz performed well, performed poorly. Yeah, started Ryan accidentally in the cup competition, so I just wanted to give Diego Alves his rightful game time. Okay, so we weren't favourites, so maybe telling off my players isn't the best thing, but probably do that anyways. Let's do that. Alright. Let's take off Mina. Let's go. Let's see what Nilmar has. I think he's come off the bench more than any other player, but he's only scored a goal when he started one game, I think. So maybe he's just one of those players that doesn't really have an impact off the bench, but I'm hoping, you know, he puts in a decent performance today. He has 45 minutes to do something, so that's plenty of time. I've also again forgotten to switch into control. Maybe we can push up and try get an equalizer, if not get a winner. Yeah, and again we lose the header. That's just what I mean. I think the way we're set up, we can win second balls quite easily, but you know, Real San Sebastian playing the same way. Nilmar, a really good ball through Rodrigo, and he makes no mistake to put that away. It's perfect. There you go. We wanted an impact from Nilmar, and he's the one who assisted Rodrigo. We're going to get a beautiful little chance to see that ball again. Okay, we're getting a fancy little view now. Yeah, just beats his man to the ball, uses his preferred foot, and tucks it away into the corner. No way the goalkeeper's going to do anything about that. One hell of a shot from Rodrigo. Mir not having the best of games either. We'll take him off possibly if Bakali's on the bench. Nope, it's Piatti instead. Villalba, not the best of games, but Medran's on the bench, so Parejo. Yeah, no real substitutions just yet. We'll keep it as is. Either way, 1-1's not too bad against a team who are above you. But yeah, we do have a chance to change that, and it's possible going to be, can we make it 2-1? Parejo's not really looking to pass. Kind of a stupid shot, to be honest. He had about 4 players there and 2 other players on the side to pass to, but instead he decided, I'm a deep lying playmaker on support. My role tells me to take long shots, so that's exactly what I'm going to do, and he kind of just does that. Alright, no real substitutions to make just yet either. We're looking to take off Parejo and Rodrigo. Rodrigo's had a good game though, so I don't want to take him off until he's actually tired. Parejo, you could say he's the first choice player for us in the deep line playmaker role, so it's another thing that we have to consider. He's better in terms of ability than, you know, Medran, so we do have to be, you know, we have to take him off only when they're tired, and that's what we'll do now. So Medran comes on and Piatti. Let's hope they have the same type of impact that Nilmar did. Alright, I think we'll have to switch into overload in just a second as well. I just want to see if subs can do anything. No, can we get a winner? No. Alright, well I guess a draw's respectable, but not what we were looking for. Oh yeah, we sold Dominique to Real San Sebastian, so he's the one who's preventing us from scoring the winner. But either way, I guess 1-1's okay considering we're underdogs, so I have to give them credit for that. There you go, just to keep morale going as well. But it does leave us in 11th, which is a tough position to be in when if the takeover happens, and the new boards see me performing in 11th for the 2nd season in a row. You can bet that they would want me out. I thought Valencia's issues were just a lack of confidence or a poor tactical problems, whatever. But it turns out not only did they lack the ability to actually compete for Europa League spots, but they also lacked the finances and had plenty of good players out on loan in the first season because they couldn't, actually pay them. And yeah, just a bunch of issues really. I thought it would be much simpler managing Valencia. It hasn't worked out that way, but got to work with what we got. Anyways, in terms of when we'll be back, we'll kind of back quickly last time around. So Corona, we played 4 games and then we showed you the fifth. No, we played 3 games and showed you the 4th one. This time around we'll probably be back later on. You can maybe actually expect against Bilbao or Malaga. We showed you those games before though. So it depends, maybe Malaga, maybe Bilbao. It really depends on which, like I always mention in every episode, really depends on which game is more crucial, not in terms of who's higher up the table, but when we have an opportunity to actually jump into Europa League spots or not. And maybe we'll show you the second round. Actually no, it doesn't make sense. I was going to say second leg, sorry, of the 5th round in the Spanish Cup. But yeah, we did say that we'd only show you once we reach the quarterfinal. I think that is after the 5th round. Yeah, so unless you get past Vigo, you won't see any cup action this time around. But anyways, that'll be all for today's episode. So if you did enjoy it, and of course, please do hit the like button and subscribe for more daily Football Manager 2017 content. And as always, guys, thank you all very, very much for watching.